While considering the next game I wanted to talk about, I remembered it was spooky month. I figured this would be a perfect excuse for me to play something festive for the season. So I hopped on the horror section on Steam and I found the perfect game for us to discuss. That's not what we're doing. Wait a second, it's not? Turn the page over. Oh, it's Home Sweet Home. Whoops. Fucking idiot.
When you stand by my side, then I know I don't have to hide from anyone.
Home Sweet Home was created by the Yggdrasil Group. The game was released not too long ago, just before October. The game starts off with a dream sequence where you hear a woman's voice, which is your wife Jane.
It's late, huh? You have to wake up.
Calling out to your character, Tim.
Getting up.
You wake up in a bedroom where the game begins, and if you aren't fucking around, like me, you'll soon realize the game's goal is to find Tim's wife.
Jane, wait!
Oh, looks
Please.
like I know what I'm trying to save. Through each area, you will unveil more story about Jane and the progression of the relationship the two had up to that point. The gameplay is typical for the horror genre, as it is at its core the run and hide type we're all familiar with. The game gives Tim the power to run, crouch, peek, see with a flashlight that never runs out of power, and open doors. You'll take him from point A to point B utilizing the cover, which typically are lockers and toilet stalls. The areas themselves aren't spacious. You'll have to make the decision where you want to squeeze by if you want to get through without getting stabbed. Occasionally, you'll have to solve a puzzle along the way. Every level also has collectibles if you're into that. Also, there's a mechanic where if you do get caught, the game will give you a second chance if you're able to mash the button fast enough. One of the pros of the game is that it's able to pull you in through its ambience, from the deathly silence to the clicking of the box cutter as she gets closer. You'll get sucked into the game in a matter of seconds. They don't overuse spooky music. They mainly keep that for the title screen and the girl herself. The game tends to use the ambience to do the talking. Apparently, Thai horror is based around the environment, so this is the norm for them. So if you thought this game would be all about the jump scares, you're wrong, but it does have some. It's about the small things for the next pro. Not only would you find her crying, lashing out at objects, spewing out vomit. Gross. But she goes really fast. This added more character to her. To me, she wasn't just a killbot. She actually seemed a little bit more real, even though it was a fictitious character. Another pro is the flashlight. Ayo, listen, this is great because you can focus on the game rather than the chore of picking up batteries. When I noticed the flashlight didn't have a battery meter, I was fucking hyped. But there were some things I was not so crazy about. This is only episode 1. Getting the game, I had no idea this would only be episode 1. I just wish it was labeled as such. I'm also butthurt because the ending got me interested in the game even more. I won't spoil it, but I will say it's lit. Also, I don't see this game getting too many playthroughs. I will acknowledge that the game has collectibles that give background info on the characters, but I don't think you can get any more than 2 playthroughs. 1 to experience the game and 2 to get the rest of the items. And for me, 1 playthrough was about 8 hours. This is including the times I left the game on the pause screen. What's he doing here? But really, they should probably fix this. Just saying. I won't spoil too much of the game for you, because I feel this is a game you need to experience for the maximum enjoyment. So I'm going to leave it at that. With all that being said, you want to play Home Sweet Home? The choice is yours. But if you do want the game, it costs $16.99. And if you don't buy the game, no skin off my bones. That just means more ass for me. Why can't I be the chair? Where did she go?